Hey everyone, this is Aussie Brick Collector here, and today I'll be showing you all of my Toy Story LEGO minifigures that came out in the first wave, which was back in December of 2009 and a bit of early 2010. Now, there was a total of 8 characters. These are all of them actually not really characters. There were a total of 7 minifigures. I also included the horse. But there's also the RC car missing, which I don't have. But other than that, I've got all the other minifigures that came out in the first wave. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you all of them, and this is literally all of them. There isn't any minifigures missing. This is only for the first wave, so none of the Toy Story 3 characters like Rex or Ham. We're just going to look at the first wave characters. And you guys know that Toy Story is my favorite LEGO theme of all time. So a lot of these minifigures are just some of my favorite minifigures of all time. A lot of these have specialized molded heads and very unique minifigures. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, so we're gonna start off with the characters that were featured in the first Toy Story movie, and I did them in according to order of appearance. So let's start off with obviously the main character, the character that everyone loves. It's Sheriff Woody. Here he is. This is one of my favorite minifigures of all time. I love that molded head, long arms, long legs. Love it. I even love it how they were that the Avatar minifigures, the new ones, have those. This minifigure in the first wave was featured in 2 sets, Woody's Roundup and also Woody and Buzz to the Rescue. And then also in the second wave, you can get him in the Western Train. But I adore this minifigure, really detailed looking minifigure. See, those arms are much longer than you thought they would be. So overall, Woody, I love this minifigure. He is flawless to me. And Woody is worth around $13 if you want to get him on his own. And I am actually looking at Brick Economy right now, so I'm also going to list the prices, how much they're worth. So he's worth $13, which I guess isn't much, to be honest. So that's Woody. I adore this minifigure. He is awesome. Next up is the Toy Soldier. And this minifigure came in the Army Men on Patrol and then later also in the Army Jeep poly bag. Now, technically, there was also a medic, so I guess you could say I'm missing a minifigure, but hey, an army man is an army man. Anyways, this is the only minifigure in the first wave to not have a molded head, but a regular minifigure head. And the second wave, there was also that dumb truck driver that had a regular minifigure head. Anyways, I still love them, the army people. Great military minifigures. I love this minifigure still. I love the green. And they even have this stand. So really nice minifigure again. I love this minifigure. There's just Toy Story minifigures. It's just amazing in general. And this minifigure is worth around $8 if you want to get him on his own. So not really much of a valuable minifigure compared to Woody, but a great army builder. You probably want to get multiples of this minifigure. That is the army man. Of course, then we have Buzz Lightyear, who in the first wave came in 2 sets, Woody and Buzz the Rescue and Buzz's Star Command spaceship. And this minifigure is really unique. He's got 7 pieces. He's got 5 unique pieces. First of all, you got this helmet piece. Then you got these wings that can come off of this armor. See, just comes off like that. And you even get that specialized molded head, which compared to Woody, that molded head is extremely small. And just look at the height comparison of Woody and Buzz. You can see Buzz is so short, and that's pretty accurate. I don't like how the Toy Story 4 sets, they didn't get the height accurate. But you can see he's got that molded head. He's even got that amazing armor piece. And underneath there is his Star Command logo. So Buzz Lightyear is a pretty neat minifigure. Probably not one of my favorites. I like Woody better, but he's still a pretty unique minifigure. I love this minifigure. Anyways, so yeah, he was released in 2 sets in the first wave, and then later in the second wave, he also came in the Pizza Planet truck and the Western Train chase. So he's actually more common than Woody And then he also came in a poly bag just like Woody, but he's more common than Woody, definitely. And I'm just gonna look at the brick economy price, how much he's worth secondhand. Alright, Buzz Lightyear, if you want to get him on his own, he's worth around $19, so more expensive than Woody. But anyways, that's the Buzz Lightyear minifigure. You got Woody and Buzz together, the two stars of Toy Story. And the final character that appears in the first Toy Story is the little green alien, who is first shown in the claw machine. This minifigure is so common, and let me just see how much he's worth, because he is a very common minifigure. I have like multiples of this figure. Alright, this minifigure is only worth around $8, so around the same as the Army Man. Anyway, he's got that amazing molded head. He's got the Pizza Planet Lego in the torso, and in the first wave, he was featured in two sets, just like Woody and Buzz. So he was featured in Construct a Zurg and Construct a Buzz, and then later also in the Pizza Planet Truck Rescue and the Polybag. The alien is amazing, great army builder. I love these minifigures. Just love the alien, really cute minifigure. Alright, those are the characters that appear in the first Toy Story movie. Now let's move on to the next four that appear in the second Toy Story. Alright guys, these next four are characters that made their debut in the second Toy Story film, Toy Story 2. So let's take a look at the first character. Here is Evil Emperor Zurg, who is easily one of my favorite minifigures. I adore this minifigure. He's a very valuable minifigure. I'm just going to tell you the price in a few minutes, but let me just go through the minifigure first. So he has a slope piece that only has stud connections, so it easily comes off. So it's a purple slope piece. And this minifigure is only ever came in one set, which was Buzz's Star Command spaceship. He's got that amazing molded head. Look at that molded head. Oh my god, that's so cool. And he's even got the capes, which I love the way the capes are designed, and that armor piece is amazing. And then also, he's got torso printing. And it is kind of annoying to put everything back on, because you gotta put the armor and then the capes, but it's not a big deal. Anyways, that is Evil Emperor Zurg. I adore this minifigure. He only ever came in one set, and if you want to get him secondhand, if you want to get him on his own, he is worth around $58. You guys heard me, $58. He's a very expensive minifigure. He's like the second most expensive Toy Story minifigure. Well, the first would be like Twitch from the second wave, but I think Zurg is second. So yeah, he only came in one set. He also had a constructed build, which funny enough, that set if you want to get a brand new and sealed is worth around how much this minifigure costs. So the constructed Zurg isn't really that popular, but the minifigure is darn popular. That is Zurg. Alright, here is Bullseye, the only character here that isn't really a minifigure. He's a horse. He only came in Woody's Roundup, but then later as well in the Western Train. Now, Brick Economy doesn't classify him as a minifigure, so I don't know how much he's worth, unfortunately. But I've always loved the design of Bullseye because you can move these legs like that. And you can even have minifigures here. If I could just get this brick off. I don't have any, like, rod piece. Yeah, there we go. You can put minifigures like, alright, let's just get Woody. And you can get Woody on him. Really cool. So I love how you can stick minifigures in there. That's awesome. Let's actually stick another minifigure. Let's stick Buzz in here because Buzz was riding Bullseye at the end of Toy Story 2 when he was saving Jessie and Woody from the plane. So yeah, he looks cool as well on it. Anyways, that is Bullseye, a very rare minifigure character because he only ever came in two sets, and those two sets were large sets. My one is from Woody's Roundup because, you know, I bought that set. Alright, next up is Jessie, just like Woody, the long legs, long arms, and I adore this minifigure. I forgot to mention, Zurg is also a tall minifigure because he's got the long arms. So here is Jessie, another one of my favorite minifigures. Love that molded head. And just love the overall minifigure. This minifigure is amazing. She came in Woody's Roundup, and then later in the Western Train. So just like Bullseye. And just comparing it to Woody. Let's see, long legs, long arms. Let's just compare it to Buzz as well. So yeah, Buzz is actually quite short, which I love height comparisons. So there's Jesse, one of my favorite minifigures again. I love these December 2009 figures. At the time, Lego was still just really good with minifigure quality. I love this minifigure. And finally, we have the other villain. So we had Zerg, and now we have Stinky Pete. Just like Zerg, only ever came in one set. He's also valuable. I'm just going to tell you the price in a few seconds, but he's got an amazing molded head, and again, he only came in one set, which was Woody's Roundup. He's got some nice torso printing. He's got the bolt string at the back, and love that molded head. Really like it. See the beard, mustache. You know, these molded minifigures have like the ears and nose. So I just love this minifigure. It's a nice little midget minifigure. And of course, he's one of the short minifigures, just like the alien. Alright, this minifigure, if you want to get him on his own, he is worth around $43, which is still ridiculous. At least it's $15 cheaper than Zerg, but I mean, like, still, Sticky Pete is just one of the few valuable minifigures. But that just shows that Zerg is a very valuable minifigure. Anyways, that is Stinky Pete, just like Zerg, only ever appeared in Toy Story 2, so there we go. Alright, those are all the figures. Now let's just go into my conclusion, my final thoughts. Overall, I'd say that Lego Toy Story has the best minifigures in my opinion. That's why I love the theme so much. Not only the builds were so great, but also the minifigures are just outstanding. I love these minifigures. You can see Woody, Jesse, Buzz, Stinky Pete. They all have like specialized molded heads. Then Zurg looks very unique. Bullseye as well. These minifigures are just so good, and they're still good to this day. Even from 2010, like, you know, now these minifigures are 13 years old, but they still hold up to this day. They don't disappoint me at all. There's not even one flaw with these minifigures. Like, Lego really just did an amazing job with these minifigures. So overall, Lego Toy Story, like I said, is my favorite Lego theme of all time, along with Indiana Jones. And Toy Story has some of the best minifigures in my opinion that will give me satisfaction pretty much for the rest of my Lego life. So that is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoy this, and we'll see if I'm going to make a Toy Story 3 collection video. We'll see, because I don't have all the figures for that, but I still have, like, you know, all those Trash Compactor minifigures. But you can let me know in the comments if you want to see that kind of video. Or else, that's it for now, and thank you for watching. Bye.